Yo, what's up? This is CTW number 77. And, you ever hear about those guys who, they go in caves, right? They go spelunking is the word. Yeah, so they go down, and then they're like, this seems like a really tight squeeze. So what if I kept going in it, And then they're like upside down. They're like going head first into a crevice. And they're like, oh no, I got stuck. And then they die. It's like their family members realized they were missing, and then they call the, who do you call? I don't know who you call to get a guy out of a cave. They like call the police or something. They send in rescue teams. Every single time it's like, oh, there was a 3-day long effort to get this guy out of the cave, and then he fucking dies. Every time. Like, I don't understand. Well, the issue is, right, that I only hear about the ones who die, right? Because most of the people who go caving, right, they go down in the cave, and they're like, wow, there's a bunch of, like, rocks down here. And then they go back out of the cave, and then they leave, But then nobody makes a video about that, right? That'd be a really boring video. It's like, yeah, I don't know what you do with the clickbait. You're like, man goes in cave and is fine. Okay. No, all the ones I hear about, it's like, there's these YouTube channels, right? They just like, all of their content is talking about dumbasses who died while doing this stupid stuff, right? It's really weird because like, there's a bunch of channels that cover like all the same things. Because I guess there's only so many cases of like dum-dums, going and getting stuck in caves and dying. So like all the channels that cover it, they just make the same videos as each other. And then for some reason, I'm a dumbass, right? And lots of other people are dumbasses. So you keep clicking on the videos and you're like, oh, I've already watched 3 other videos about this same guy getting stuck in a cave. Well, I guess I'll watch the whole thing anyway, right? But, okay, getting stuck in a cave is, that's pretty stupid, right? Especially since it's like, so many times, they're like, it's this caving system that's already been explored. They always think they're going into a cave that other people have already gone into, right? There's like two things. Either it's something that other people have already done, right? In which case, you're not even doing anything special, right? You're just like following the path somebody else laid out for you, right? Which is, and then if you die, that's extra stupid, right? Or it's one that hasn't been explored yet, right? And there's no path laid out for you. And you're probably more likely to die that way. And you're still stupid, right? I don't understand. But okay. So, there's caving is one thing, right? But then there's like these cave divers, right? It's like, well, okay. So you can go down in a cave and you can get stuck for fucking 3 days and then die. Or if you go cave diving, right? You can go down in a cave underwater and then get stuck and die in like an hour because you run out of air. Like, why not take any chance you had of surviving with caving and then get rid of it? I mean, I guess you save everybody a lot of resources, Because if you get stuck down there when you're caving and they're like, we have to send in a bunch of heavy equipment and stuff and try and rescue this guy for 3 days with hundreds of people like standing around. I don't know, that probably takes up a bunch of government money. But if you die in a cave underwater, it's like, I don't know, we sent in 2 guys a few days later and got the body. He's dead. But I don't get it. Again, like, cave diving is even worse. Like, there's all these things. The ones I hear about for cave diving, they're like, every single fucking time, it's like, we're not supposed to, like, go in this place because, I don't know, it's been raining a whole bunch, and, like, the currents are extra fast. So, what if we did it anyway? Like, seems pretty safe to... It's not like an inherently dangerous thing, What if we just went underwater and then, like, wedged our feet in a bunch of cracks and then, I don't know, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we will. And like most of the people who do, they probably are. Most of the people who go cave diving probably listen to the warnings. And if it says, the weather's really bad and there's going to be, a bunch of water rushing through here at hundreds of miles an hour or something, maybe we shouldn't go down there. And then they don't, right? They wait until the weather's nice, and then, they go and swim in a cave underwater that lots of people have already done before, so they're not, like, pioneering anything anyway. But those guys survive. But no, the stupid ones who you hear the videos about, right? They're like, they just don't heed any warnings. And so then, obviously, there's just, like, regular diving shit, too, right? You have caving and you have cave diving. You gotta have the diving, too. You gotta, smash the two together to get your cave diving. But anyway, there's like one more big one that I see a bunch of videos about, right? It's going on Mount Everest and dying. I don't understand. Like, why are you going on Mount Everest? It doesn't make any sense, right? There's like all this shit where like everybody wants to be the first person to climb on Mount Everest while doing some specific thing. Like there's that one meme where it's like a clip from the news where the person says, "This guy is climbing Mount Everest, except he's gay. I mean blind." That's not my mistake. They said that on the video, on the news, all right? Don't blame me. But anyway, so like everybody, I guess all the people who go up on Mount Everest, you could have some like unique characteristic that you could claim you were the first one to do it with. I don't know. I was the first guy carrying a bottle of piss, and it froze. I was the first guy with a bottle of piss on Mount Everest. I'm the greatest, right? But again, it's like every time they're climbing Mount Everest and they die, it's like, well, how'd he die? There's like all these paths laid out, and there's like camps set up across the mountain, right? And like they get fucking 50 like tiny little Sherpa dudes to carry all their shit, right? You have a bunch of gremlins helping you out, who I guess you pay. They probably get shit pay still. But, seems like they're doing a pretty hard job. Maybe they should get some good compensation. But, okay, so you get, 50 gremlin guys to help carry all your extra oxygen tanks. Somehow you still die. And it's because, right, every time they're like, I really want to get to the top of this mountain. But everything on the news says there's like, really bad snowstorms and shit coming in. And also, I'm really out of shape and I'm shitty at hiking, so it's taken me twice as long as it has to get halfway up the mountain where I'm at now. So, it's like getting dark. So maybe I'll keep going up anyway, right? That seems like a good idea. And then it's like, they get to the top of the mountain every time. Sometimes they don't even make it to the top. But they get up there and they're like, now it's pitch black and also there's infinite snow. And then like, it's kind of cold up here. And then they die. Dumbasses. At least, the guys who fall off the mountain. If you're like climbing up and then you slip and fall off, you're still a dumbass for like going to the mountain in the first place. But at least that would be a cool way to die, right? Sliding down the mountain and getting smashed to pieces on rocks and stuff. But there's some guys, some of them, right? They're just like walking along on the mountain and they're like, it got too cold, I'm tired, and then they fall over and they die, right? I don't know. If you're gonna go and die doing one of these stupid things, you should at least film it, right? Film yourself doing it, and then I guess your family members can get a bunch of views on YouTube. Or whoever ends up with the camera, maybe the rescue services, or the morgue services. Whoever gets your body out of there, because you're not making it back. You fucking fell off a mountain, dumbass, and froze to death. Anyway, don't go in caves. Don't go in underwater caves. Don't go on really, really cold mountains, all right? Instead, subscribe or you're obese.